So now, as you can see, I can't open the car door at all. Had a large flame during deployment. A fireball suddenly emerged.
So we gotta clear the air first. Who are they? These guys, they are DCAR. And actually, in 2023 summer testing, they actually said that the NIO ES6 is the best SUV to buy for the 300,000 RMB plus category. Okay, so clearly they don't have like a hidden agenda against NIO or anything, and they also do tests for all these other cars and everything like that. And some other cars also perform unexpectedly. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna react to this and share my opinion about this. I did not participate in this crash test. Keep in mind, okay, I am not the reason that this car behaved the way it is. Don't get mad at me. Okay, we're just reacting to this, and why is this happening? And to keep things in mind, NIO's cars, all right, are all designed with 5-star NCAP safety rating. All right, they are amongst the safest cars that you can buy on the planet. All right, some of the safest cars. Their torsional strength is like 2 times or 3 times that of a Tesla. So it is a very, very high quality, good car. And for me personally, driving my car, I have never felt unsafe in my NIO. I want to make that very clear. Now, we're going to watch the video together. I have it playing on my NIO. All right there. We're going to watch it together. They also did a full test where they crashed a car into the back of a truck. I'll have the link down below in the description. But first, let's watch this together, all right?
Its hidden door handle popped out. A large flame burst out during the explosion. A ball of fire suddenly emerged inside the airbag. We're now driving at 64 kilometers per h with 40% ODB, fixed obstacle avoidance. Did everyone notice the issue? The hidden door handle didn't pop out. It also didn't unlock.
You know, door handles are supposed to be popping out, but one thing that's very clear, that I want to make it clear, is that with NIOs, the second gen NIOs, they have mechanical door handles for every single door, whereas for some other car makers, they only have mechanical door handles in the front. Okay, so in that aspect, you know, if you really need to get out, you could get out from the inside. Now, the fact that this lost electricity is kind of surprising, all right? It is kind of surprising, and it seems like it did indeed short circuit. Let's keep watching.
The car lost power upon impact. So now, as you can see, I can't open the car door at all. This issue occurred after the collision. All doors need high current to unlock. There's no power. We also tested its battery. Pre-test voltage reached 14 V. After the crash, we tested again. Low voltage battery was only 0.17 V. The power drained instantly. What does this indicate?
The collision affected this part. The circuit is short-circuited. This is a serious safety defect. While watching the slow motion replay, we noticed another problem. The passenger airbag had a large flame during deployment. A fireball suddenly emerged. Regarding airbags, flames during deployment are abnormal. This is a clear safety hazard. So on this point, NIO must inspect its suppliers, and airbag quality control, conduct thorough testing. NIO ET5 has good structure and many good features. Passenger data looks fine too. At least 3 occupants survived. However, these issues are quite concerning. For the NIO ET5 as a 300,000 yuan EV, honestly, it's subpar.
2 things that I really want you guys to take away from this video is the fact that, first of all, passenger safety is actually really good. He actually said that. And second, there's no battery fire or anything like that. The car did not spontaneously catch on fire like some of the other cars might do, or maybe in a gasoline car, you might have it catch on fire. So it seems like that this is more of a one-off issue, perhaps. All right, I'm going to call it a one-off issue because, well, NIO's quality has been known to be very good. All right, they have a very high reputation when it comes to quality. Obviously, this is, you know, sort of showing an outlier. It's sort of showing the opposite. But I refuse to believe that there's something wrong with the quality of the car. I think it's more like a one-off. Maybe this particular car had some issues, and you know, the airbag having fire in it, you know, yeah, that could cause some damage to the passenger occupant. But I mean, yeah, I think it's acceptable. All right, in my personal opinion, the passengers survived. What more could you ask for? And we got to remember that the ET5T is actually a much smaller car compared to other SUVs, and overall, when you have like these cars like this, so far, right, I haven't heard of any accident in China with these cars, with ET5Ts, where there has been a casualty, okay? So that just proves that safety is really there. And remember, this is passive safety. NIO's also got active safety, right? You think that LiDAR is not going to detect that whatever it is in front of them from miles away? Even at up to like 120 kilometers per hour speed, NIO's able to stop, all right, do AEB emergency braking because of the LiDAR being able to see upwards of 500 meters to 700 meters far. It can see a brick 500 meters out. Like, that's how crazy that LiDAR is. So you think that this car is going to run full speed into another car? Unless it's intentional, right? The AEB is going to kick in and actually save the car. And I've seen many videos of the AEB saving the car. And NIO's AEB is pretty good, all right? But in terms of the door handles not popping out when it's supposed to, that could be an issue, especially if you think perhaps the people inside the car might get unconscious, right? You suffer from a big collision, you go unconscious, you really need someone else from the outside to help you get out in this kind of a stressful situation. And if that's the case and you can't open the door from the outside, then your only option would be to break the windows, which if you don't have a tool to break the windows, that would be quite a problem. So I definitely believe that once NIO sees this, of course, it's unacceptable, right? Any sort of, even if it's just one-off, that's unacceptable, right? You don't want to be the unlucky guy that has that one-off situation, all right? Even though you're probably not going to encounter this, but needless to say, they got to find a way to prevent it from being short-circuited. They got to find a way to make sure that there's no flame in that airbag. And also, even if the car loses power, there's got to be a way to open the door from the outside mechanically, right? So hopefully they can improve on things in the next generation of vehicles. Of course, NT 3.0 has already been designed, right? They're just going to launch it soon and then deliver those cars. But I'm sure that NT 3.0 third gen NIOs are going to deliver on a ton of improvements from existing NIOs as well. So it's going to be much better in the future. Okay, NIO's future is very, very bright in my opinion. And looking at some of the other crash test videos that they've done with those other cars, I mean, they suffered a lot more in terms of damages, all right? And for me personally, that is, this performance is acceptable, all right? This would not persuade me to not buy this car, even though in the comments of that video, a lot of people have been very harsh towards NIO, especially for the price that they're paying for this car, and they think that it's unacceptable. They somehow believe that this car is all about screens and fridge and sofas, which is here in China, 冰箱彩电大沙发, which is what a lot of Li Auto's famous for, and all those other cars famous for the big screens and sofas. And there's those comments saying, hey, the sofa's still good, the screen's still working, and obviously very sarcastic. But yeah, not what you want to be seeing, but I'm sure that this does not represent all the NIOs out there. And my wife's favorite car is actually the ET5T. Yeah. And would this prevent me from buying a ET5T if I was in the market to buy a new car today? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would still buy this car. I think it's a great purchase. And, they might be biased. I'm sort of thinking that they could be biased and kind of against NIO, so to speak, because the Envo videos were also very harsh and criticizing. But at the same time, last year, they said the ES6 was the best car to buy, right? And that really helped boost sales as well. And also, they're also equally harsh towards the other cars from other brands. So I'm sort of inclined to think that this might be unbiased, all right? Their test might be unbiased. But needless to say, this issue needs to be handled by NIO, okay? Nobody wants to be in a car and you can't open the door from the outside during a crash. That's unacceptable, right? Even though I think it's one-off. I don't think it's going to happen to my car if I get into a serious crash. I don't think it's going to happen to your car if you drive a NIO ET5T during a crash. But clearly, this still needs to be looked into. So this is, of course, trending here in China. DCAR is a very big company. They do auto reviews for everybody. And could they be biased? Who knows, all right? But what do you guys think? This is my reaction. I think it's one-off. It's one-off. It doesn't represent the quality of NIOs, but it's one-off. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.